Hey everyone, maybe you've heard the news already. Godot 4 Alpha has been released. You can download it from the official website. I knew I had to take a look at it as soon as possible. After all, I wanted to know if I should port my main project A Home in Darkness or not. At this point in time, it's not recommended, because the Godot developers still want to add and change some features for the official release. So instead I decided to get to know the new engine by creating a new, small project instead. So this is the first video of a small, multi-part series about Godot 4 Alpha. Most channels cover the major new features, but I want to show you all the little details that change compared to Godot 3 and how you would work in Godot 4 when you make a new project. The first few notable changes are in the project creation settings. Instead of OpenGL, ES3 and 2, we have the option between Vulkan Clustered and Vulkan Mobile. It's basically the same, but of course the engine itself now works with Vulkan internally. We also now have an option to integrate Git into our project if we want to. Once in the editor, everything seems familiar, but only at first glance. The fonts are slightly different, as well as the theme colors. Still, if you have experience in Godot 3, you'll know where to look for stuff. My first action for developing my game was to make a simple state machine for switching between the main menu and the game scene. Just by taking a quick look at the different nodes available, I could already see a couple of new nodes as well as old ones with changed names. Subview node is a new node, for example, while the spatial node has been renamed as Node 3D. Every state in my state machine is a child node of it. That way multiple states can be rendered like an inventory over the actual game scene. Godot 4 seems to have a neat new feature for cases like these: internal child nodes. Godot 4 Alpha differentiates between two different child nodes, internal and external. From Godot 3, we only ever used external ones. Internal child nodes are not exposed to anyone aside from the parent. This is useful because so far any node in the scene could delete any other node as long as it had a script with the according node path. This can lead to problems in complex projects if you are not clearly defining which nodes should delete. In a way, a parent node can now protect their children, at least the internal ones. With this feature, Godot users can enforce a clean definition of responsibility when it comes to deleting nodes. In my specific case, I created a new node and added a third argument to add child, node.internal_mode_front, making it an internal node placed before any external child node in the hierarchy. Now if I want to get those internal nodes, I can call getChildren with true as an argument to return the internal nodes alongside the external ones. So as you can see, the protection can be circumvented if need be, but you will have to do it explicitly with an additional argument for most functions. Signals have changed as well, not so much in terms of functionality, but rather in syntax. There are now many different options to create signals, which you can find in the documentation. However, for most cases, the Godot team recommends using option 3, as the GDScript compiler can figure out most naming errors that way. It took me a bit of time to read the whole article, and I'd argue signals are already kinda difficult to get for newcomers. So having to read this wall of text as well might be a little bit too much. But I get why the team made that change and support their decision. It's extremely useful if you can find errors before starting the game. Anything you can catch at compile time won't lead to a bug while playing. I found more interesting stuff while developing my small game in Godot 4 Alpha. And I've got more videos in the pipeline. After all, I haven't really talked about the game itself yet, and all the changes made to the 2D nodes. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, where we explore the Godot 4 Alpha a bit more. Bye bye!